the first School of Excellence in Skill Development in the state of Nagaland. Initiated under the able leadership of our Honorable Advisor of Labour and Employment, Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, and with the active collaboration of our project partners, the Department of School Education and NIELIT, this pilot project envisages skilling and nurturing of our young students in the field of IT and other soft skills. We are more than fortunate today to have amidst us all the 3 directors of the collaborating departments, the Secretary of the Department of Labour and Employment, Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, and most importantly, the Honorable Advisor himself.
Anibu noi wo ke krike jaga sublam pe zimun zasewe tisoja ke zivi mo ke ro khabe sei ko tsudi higubo tisoja ha sedi bavodo nuwa ke zivi nipu kidunu.
I'll just give a brief about how it all started in 2018. My colleague Mr. Minguzule and I were on our way to Delhi for a meeting with our ministry officials. And inside the aircraft, I remember, he came up with this concept. He said, "Sir, how about a school of excellence?" And he explained his ideas. So I immediately liked his idea, and I thought it would be very beneficial to our students. So during our trip, we discussed, and once we returned to our state after the meeting, we brought up our idea with our secretary, the then secretary, and our honorable advisor. And from the very first moment when we explained this concept, they willingly agreed. They gave the nod of approval there and then. And that's how it all started. So I'm very thankful to our honorable advisor that once he heard about this concept, he readily agreed to this. And that was the beginning. After that, we had a discussion with our director here and the principal director. Then he was our Sri Shanavas, who is the present incumbent DC of Kohima. We had I think one or a series of discussion, I believe, sir. We would come to your office and discuss about this. And later on, we decided that our NIELIT should be the knowledge partner. So we also wrote in our director, my friend and our director, Mr. Lanoaba, and we had a series of discussion with them. And he was assigned to come up with this syllabus, specially cut out syllabus for this program. They all readily agreed and after that, me and some of my officers, I remember visiting some high schools and higher secondary schools in Kohima. We thought this being a pilot project will start from Kohima for the convenience of everybody. But fortunately or unfortunately, there were so many reasons. Some schools their hands were full with so many programs, and some had space constraint. And we were discussing, then suddenly one day, we decided, why only concentrating in Kohima? We can go beyond Kohima. So this school, we decided we'll approach this Sechu higher secondary school. So when this idea was shared with the faculty and the authority, they also willingly agreed. That was it. And I think maybe it was all God's plan. Yeah. So it happened like this. Our plan was, this concept is a very unique concept. We'll start with class 8 students from this year. For the first year, we'll impart only the basic skills or interpersonal skills, soft skills, and just the introduction to IT. The same set of students will go to class 9, isn't it, next year? It will be the focus again. And class 10, the same set of students. so that by the time you pass out class 10, you'll have 2 certificates, one academic and the other will be your qualification in IT. And I tell you friends, our NIELIT faculty, they have come up with a very befitting syllabus specially cut out for the program. So if you are serious, by the time you pass class 10, you will be qualified with additional certificate of IT. So that is our plan. So I request all the students to be sincere. And one more thing, this is a pilot, one of its kind, the first of its kind in Nagaland. So your performance, your result will matter a lot for other students like you in different schools to have this benefit. If this program fails, the matter will end there. Okay? So the government of Nagaland, starting from our honorable advisor, our secretary officers, they will be observing the performance of this school. Okay? So it is very important, not only for your personal benefit, academic benefit, but it will also go a long way in replicating this program in other schools. So I want you to keep this in mind. It's very important for our state and our students. And taking advantage of this, I also like to appreciate our school authority faculty, starting from our then headmaster, we have a new one here, in the school management, in the Sechu village town authority, that from day one you were so forthcoming, and it was your involvement, your interest that encouraged us. Not only my department, but the Department of School Education and also the Department of NIELIT. So we are very hopeful that this is a new beginning for us. We'll be venturing into a new territory which nobody has taken. So we'll be like, let us be adventurous and sincere in our efforts. And just taking this advantage, I would like to thank this our media friends. But by your sincerity, your participation, see, so many people are benefited because you disseminate the information that you want people to know. So I'm sure you are here for that purpose again. So we also...
Indeed, it is a red letter day for state government as well as NIELIT. It was like a dream coming true. This had a discussion from the way back in 2018, but due to pandemic, as we are all aware of that, the process has been delayed. Nevertheless, it's a red letter day for all of us. And I must congratulate the Department of Skill Development Advisor as well as the director and officials for coming up such a noble idea to set up one of its kind in the state of Nagaland. And I must also congratulate the School Education to wholeheartedly accepting to be one of the first of its kind to set up its Zubza in this high school. I must say you are the most privileged among all the people of the state to come up with such. It's a convergence of 3 departments: skill development, NIELIT, and the school education. So school education provide all the infrastructure, funding by the skill development, and we are the knowledge provider. NIELIT is a national level institution under the Ministry of IT and Electronics, Government of India. We are the skilling, capacity building, research and development work in the IT and electronics sector. We have spread across 47 locations across the country. It's one of the biggest organizations in the ministry. And it was set up in 2005 in Kohima, and we have a branches in Tsopoe, recently opened with honorable advisor. We also, since he's also from industrial department, in collaboration with industrial commerce department under his leadership, we set up one in Tsopoe, one in Mokokcho, and 4 other such training centers in all the Eastern Nagaland. Now, as I said, our mandate is to carry out skilling and capacity building in the area of information, electronics, and communication technology. As no one can deny that IT is become a part and parcel of our life, right? Starting from the daily activities to IT is so versatile that it covers the entire sector, be it in agri, education, department, medical, research, nuclear, transportation, you name it, anything. Right? Smallest thing that we are using a mobile phone, it is an application of IT. It is because of the software engineers, it is because of the electronic engineers that we are able to communicate easily. Right? You're able to see the videos of your choice, music. It is all because of software. And we are starting here today. We are starting with a small beginning. But as the name suggests, Center of Excellence means the high standard. So, with the naming of Center of Excellence, it has to be best among the best. And NIELIT always strives to be a Center of Excellence in whatever we do. It is also declared as a Center of Excellence in IT by the government of NIELIT in the year 2012, NIELIT Kohima. And with this, when the Director Chetan, we are very close, and when he approached us, we were happy to associate with this department, and that is how this NIELIT is part of this initiative by the government of Nagaland. And we NIELIT is for the people of our state.
Conceptualized by Employment and Skill Development and in collaboration of these NIELIT and the School Education Department happen to be the partner. And we are very hopeful that this new project is going to be a big eye-opener for all of us. And indeed, Sechu Zubza is very lucky. Many schools have been searched in and around Kohima, even in the southern part. But at last, we have suggested this, and willingly, public also come forward, and the school has been taken up. Moreover, this school has been upgraded recently, this year only, inaugurated as higher secondary school. Along with that, a new, School of Excellence, so-called School of Excellence in Skill Development. Here the words School of Excellence in Skill Development. I was wondering, is it very high sounding word, whether the school education is going to give up the big high sounding word, the nomenclature. Friends, it's not just a nomenclature.
American boss DD, American some of the Baltigine, Igene, School of Excellence in the Brekunimide, Isorge, 10th DSA. Aru, Ami, Pobolitle, Kipo, Pobolne, Kitim de, American Sote, Nagabitote, Nagabotibita, Ami Sote, Popal Bal, luckiest boss Nimide, first of ever. School School Development SN laga school do first panim de hami history khudi paase aru ami kan to panim de ami kan sa khan de our advisor and secretary and all the three director and all the officer te bisi 10 days abul khan ami kan boss nimi de ami kan village nimi de और parent ami so dakan nimi de balkan Small honey, ami kitte bi na paribo. Itu bi apan ji koise. Aru itu opportunity pa nimite. Ami bosi honne bi apan ka sa khan bitore koise. Ami kami itu kima paribo, kima sawo paribo. Our best to do what we can do for this school. By the help of our government, our content department, all the officers. And teacher to Niptami, keep parable, Hamikami, Abikan, Lower, Milagan Pribo, because we depend on most of you, our government, and the content department.
So, at the outset, it is a moment of appreciation and it's a moment of pride for all of us, especially from the department side and along with our partnering departments under the dynamic leadership of our honorable advisor. This is a proof and testament, first of all, this project, that usually as departments, as government departments, we work in silos or we work in compartments, and especially when there is some projects, especially in we aim at a lot of convergence, we aim at a lot of partnerships, but we usually, the departments, even our departments or other departments also, we usually don't like to cede or give our space to other departments. We always tend to closely guard our space. We always tend to keep our, protect our fort and not let the other departments into our departments, or we don't go to other departments also. But this is a proof that actually departments can come together, departments can converge together, and departments can work on a common idea together and come up with something what none of the partnering departments have, or otherwise they wouldn't have come up with. This is such an idea that this idea, though the idea must have emanated from our employment and skill development, but without the active support of the school education department and the active support and cooperation of our knowledge partner, that is NIELIT, definitely this wouldn't have become a reality. So as a department also, we are not only this project, it is our endeavor, and we are striving together to come up with more such projects where we can converge with other departments and then come up with concepts and ideas and then transform it into reality and then focus on specific things like this, apart from the other routine and mundane projects or the schemes, whatever we usually come up with. And having said that, for the students especially, I still remember when I was in my primary classes, and don't think I'm not that old. I finished my schooling only in 2002, and I finished my college in 2006, and I joined my IAS in 2011. So I'm not that old. I can still connect with your generation, and then you can also connect with me. So when I was in my primary class, I think must have been class 2 or 3. I still remember the students were all assembled in a hall in our school, and we were first in our lifetime. We were given the opportunity of first seeing at a computer. So one computer was brought, and it wasn't not even a color monitor. It was just a monochrome black and white monitor, and there was so much of, in fact, literally push and pull and fighting among the students, and who will go and actually touch the key when given an opportunity. Why I am saying is that the kind of opportunity what even I got as a student and what you are getting at your school, there is a sea change. Like there's a lot of positive development in that. Now someone is coming to you and then they have set up a school of excellence, especially focusing on IT sector in your school, and they are asking you to make use of that opportunity. So I just wanted to remind you how fortunate you are, and what a great opportunity this is. And as my former speaker said, IT is an industry which is not only contributing to all the other industries, be it manufacturing, be it even agriculture and other all the primary and secondary and tertiary sectors as well. But IT is something which you cannot live without. You like it or not, you'll have to live with IT. And you like it or not, IT is going to be one of the most prominent and the sectors of focus in not only during this time but also in the times to come. So especially if you have that bent of mind, if you have an inclination towards the IT sector, this is the right opportunity for you, because this is going to give you the much foundation what you wanted, and this is going to be like a springboard for your career in IT sector. So, and this will definitely going to give an edge to you when compared to students of other schools or from other institutions, where you will have added sort of a certificate on the IT sector even when you are going to finish your class 10, and that is definitely going to give you an edge over other students when you are going to further progress to your class 11, 12 and further into your college as well. So please, my suggestion and request to all the students is that please make the best use of this opportunity and make the best use of this facility, and you will be one of the people who would have actually scripted history, that this is the first school of excellence, and you are actually the first products of the School of Excellence, and which you can be proud about, which the department can be proud about, and all of us as government and the people of state, what we can be proud about. So this is what I wanted to share from my side, and my congratulations and thanks and appreciation to all my department officials and also the partnering departments as well, and the school authorities, the chairman and the village authorities and the SMDC as well. And let us all join our hands together to ensure that this facility becomes like one of the best facilities with what the state can be proud of in the future. Thank you.
I have covered a lot of good things about this concept, how this concept was conceptualized, and how we have come this far to this level of inauguration by the kind of a converging three departments, bringing in their best to make sure that this is a kind of an exemplary convergence initiatives, so that the other departments will also follow the same line for other initiatives. Well, this School of Excellence in Skill Development, it is a new kind of a initiative in the government school, and with this initiative I believe that there will be a shift, a paradigm shift in a learning landscape which never heard of, never seen before, and the future that would create through these noble initiatives. It's my prayer, and I believe that this will give a new hope to our frustrated young generation. Going by the records, as I was just discussing with my director, now the job seekers in the state, both educated, uneducated, unemployed, those who are seeking jobs that are registered with the departments, with our Department of Employment Exchange, is now reaching 90,000. That is official report. Then you can just imagine about the unofficial people who have really registered. The population is very small. The size of the population is very small. The state size is also very small. Then the solution should be very easy. But now why it's increasing? What is wrong with us? All this we need to contemplate and take corrective measures. And this can be also another initiative of taking corrective measure, taking into consideration the challenges ahead of us. Let me cite an example about my former college where I studied my bachelor degree, Qualification College. It started with a vision, just like any other college, but there was an added feature, value to the Qualification College. That vocational course was added, called music, by far-sighted visionary Madam Margaret Shisha, later on joined by Reine Mary. So many of us will landed up in this college without really knowing our talents in music also. We just joined to get degree, because we all know that to get employed you need certificate, you need degree, then it is measured by degree. So we joined there, but in the course of our studies, lots of our students, we found talent in us in the field of music. And that discipline of music was broadened in that college, who had seen vision long before us. Today, the standard of music we have in the state, the standard of music that we have in the church, the kind of a music that we give, the kind of a recognition that we have earned in this country. The state of Nagaland is known for our talents in the field of music. It all started from one college. Today you can see a lot of, like performers, teachers, musicians in abroad, in India, working, serving in different reputed institutions, in star hotels, and teachings in and around various institutions. They have set up their own music establishments, and that's how that start contributing to our economy. The future of employment greatly rely on the kind of a skill that you acquire today. And the kind of a potentiality that's in you, that's in us, which cannot be, explored by the conventional courses. This kind of a skill initiative may give a new opening to you, where that will be very helpful in determining your future business career, which will contribute to our future economy. And as rightly stated by the director of NIELIT, today the requirement of digital intervention in all sectors, that is the reality. From a very conventional way of functioning, where the physical interactions and the services that we have, now this is going beyond the physical realm. That is metaphysical interactions of human beings running offices and interactions. This is what IT is doing. So the kind of a job that is in future, which we don't know how to name also, but we can foresee that we can sense the future job creation will be made largely in IT sectors, because the world is moving in that direction. And today, our higher secondary school, Sechu, is very fortunate to start this program, first ever. Director NIELIT was saying about, even if there is a good driver, if there's no passenger, but again, it requires skill, how to make your program attractive also. That's how the businesses also, even if you have good businesses, even if assets created also, if you don't have skill to attract also. So I encourage that both the educators and the learners, both the students and the staffs that are provided by the NIELIT, that you have to equally inspire each other. That you have to instill that inspiration on both the party. You have to give pictures in your presentations. You have to keep future in your teaching, that the students can attract to your teachings, that they can see future in your teachings. This could have been named as a vocational course in skill development, just like any other courses in any school or colleges. But this has been named School of Excellence. Then that mark we should perform. That should be the commitment of the school establishment. That should be the commitment of the NIELIT. That should be the commitment of the Department of Employment, Skill, Entrepreneurship. Then only we can live by what name that we have given today. Then only that reputation can extend to other schools.